Time now, 9:50 exactly. Mr. Spock, Captain Kirk and Scotty are all back in a brand new Star Trek film with its fresh-faced cast. The story is a prequel to the cult TV series.
Yes, it's hoped the film will reach out to a new generation of fans, but will it keep the die-hard Trekkers happy? We'll speak to two really die-hard Trekkers in a couple of minutes, but first let's take a quick look at Captain Kirk in action as he meets fellow crew member Uhuru for the first time.
Hi, I'd like a Clabman Fire Tea, 3 Budweiser Classics, 2 Cardassian Sunrises, and
Gotta try the slusho, it's good.
the slusho mix, thank you.
There's a lot of drinks for one woman.
And a shot of Jack, straight up.
Make that 2 shots on me.
Her shot's on her. Thanks, but no thanks.
Don't you at least want to know my name before you completely reject me?
I'm fine without it.
You are fine without it. It's Jim Kirk. If you don't tell me your name, I'm gonna have to make one up.
It's Uhura.
Uhura? No way. That's the name I was gonna make up for you. Uhura what?
Just Uhura.
They don't have last names in your world?
Uhura is my last name.
Well, they don't have first names in your world?
Excuse me, buddy.
So, you're a cadet, you're studying, what's your focus?
Xenolinguistics. You have no idea what that means.
Study of alien languages, morphology, phonology, syntax. Means you've got a talented tongue.
It's not often I don't know what to say, really, but we are joined by two big Star Trek fans. Keith Batt, who, as you can see beside me, is a professional Klingon, and Tony Alleyne, who decorated his flat to look like the bridge of the Starship Enterprise. Good morning. How should I say that in Klingon? Do you know that?
Toch nog.
Oh, well, and to you too. Nice to meet you. Keith, how long have you been a big fan and dressing up, then, as a Klingon?
Probably since the late 60s, when
Really?
when Kirk originally beamed around the galaxy. I was hooked from a child.
And did you always dress up as a Klingon as a child?
No.
When did this happen?
About 20 years ago, really. Saw a guy with a very bad costume. Great friend of mine. Best man at his wedding, and it went from there, really.
Now, Tony, you're a grown man, and yet you choose this thing has got into your system to the extent that your home, I understand, is decorated in a certain style.
Yes, it's all done in Star Trek. It's actually been upgraded to Star Trek Voyager now with the colour scheme. Yeah.
We're going to have a little look now. I think we can see some of. Now, tell us what we're looking at here.
Oh, that's the transporter area. And
is this your living room?
Yeah, that's the transporter there. That used to be the bedroom area, but I developed sciatica and the doctor told me to sleep on the floor. I thought, fantastic, I can get rid of the bed and make it into a transporter area.
So you have this sort of control unit there, do you? Is that
yeah, that's called an LCARS ops unit. That's where I sit.
Where exactly?
That's
where I'm pointing there.
That's your sofa. That's your sofa, isn't it?
Yeah, that's the seating area. And behind one of those panels, which is just directly behind me, is the television.
And is there anything conventional in the house? I mean, it's literally all done up like that.
Yes, if you look carefully, you'll see the sink. I
saw the sink. I couldn't
get my head around the sink bit, so apologies for that to all Star Trek fans.
Quite extraordinary. That must have cost you a lot of money as well.
Not really, no. It's kind of based on set design, and it's kind of not to do with illusions. It's basically MDF and plastic and electronics. It's just how you do it.
Okay, so why? Why do you do it?
Well, since being a little lad, I always wanted to live on a spaceship. I saw my first film, which was First Man in the Moon, and there was a line in that film where it says, "My kingdom," and he built this sphere. This Lionel Jeffries had built this sphere. And I thought, that's what I want to live in. I want to live in a spaceship, and then outside the spaceship, I'm just like everybody else. But when I walk in, it's like a spaceship. So that's what I did, and I thoroughly enjoyed it. Utopia.
Yeah, yes, wow. and Keith, in a similar vein, I mean, what is it about Star Trek particularly that draws people in?
I think it's something for everyone. There is no race, colour, creed in Star Trek. There is no distinction as to who can and can't be in Starfleet. It's there. There's been, you know, back in the 60s we had Nichelle Nichols, first black woman. We had George Takei during a very troubled time in America on the bridge of a starship, and a Russian with the Cold War and everything. It's something for everyone.
Yes, it really was the United Nations.
Yes, it was.
Can I just ask about the new film? I mean, I assume you've both seen it.
Yes, saw it last night. Absolutely fantastic. I think J.J. Abrams has taken Star Trek to a new level. and he will get a lot of...
He's the director, yes.
Yeah, and he's kept the feel of the original series in so much that I mean, Chris Pine was absolutely brilliant as Captain Kirk, and he had got all the mannerisms right. And he's kept there's a bit of humour in it. There's tragedy. The acting is for me was absolutely spot on.
Okay.
I think.
What about you, Keith? You enjoyed it?
I did. I've actually seen it twice. I saw it last night and I saw it the night before.
And you'll see it again, I'm sure.
Did you see it in costume?
No, I don't do that. What I thought about the film was it was very good, very, very well directed, well acted, humour and action superb. But I don't think this film is just for Star Trek fans. I think it's something for everyone, because I know that a friend of mine came with me on Thursday to see this film at pre-showing. No way was she a Star Trek fan, but she said, I enjoyed that.
Okay, we're going to have to go in a minute. I'd like to know goodbye as well in Klingon.
Well, there is no...
There's no goodbye.
Goodbye as
there are no
such.
goodbyes.
But,
thank you. I'm going to have to leave it though.
And thanks for giving us pictures of your home, because it looks fantastic.
Yeah, thank you very much.